I decided to join the United States military about 2 years after I graduated from high school. It was just a decision that I made. I wanted to travel a little bit. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to be able to continue my education. And so I joined the military. But just before I joined the military, I had a group of friends. We were very close. We grew up, me and four of my closest friends. I distinctly remember most of those guys actually trying to talk me out of going to the military. And at first, I thought it was kind of cool, you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking, they probably just got my best interests at heart, you know what I mean? They were like, man, the military is not for you. You don't need to go to the military, man. Just kind of hang around and, stay here in D.C. I had a job as an electrician. I was making pretty good money. Well, actually, I've been laid off a couple of times, but that wasn't what determined. That wasn't what made me want to go to the military. But anyway, most of my buddies just tried to talk me out of it, and I can remember because I went in on the delayed entry program. I had 9 months between the time I actually enlisted before I actually had to report, to the MEP station in Baltimore and go in. So during the course of that 9 months, it was hard because I would go back and forth, and just trying to figure out, should I go, should I not go. Anyway, those months went by really, really fast, and before you knew it, it was March, and it was time for me to go. And I'll never forget leaving that morning. The actual recruiter came over to the house to pick me up, and I remember my mom crying a lot because she didn't want me to go either. And I remember crying a whole lot. And I told her, Mom, it's a decision I made, and I decided to do it. Anyway, it was probably one of the best decisions I ever made. And even though it was difficult for me to actually follow through with my decision to go, with the whole 9 months to think about it, going back and forth in my mind, trying to determine whether or not I was going to go. It was one of the best decisions I ever made. And the reason why is because it afforded me an opportunity to do some things that I won't say I might not have done otherwise, but it definitely put me on the fast track to some things very early on in my life. It gave me the exposure to a lot of things that I might not have been exposed to earlier on. I got an opportunity to travel for one. I got a chance to go to school like I wanted to and meet people from all over the world. It was just a great experience and a great opportunity. And yeah, I was apprehensive about going at first. And as I look back over time, I'm glad I went. I'm glad I made the decision to go. And the point I'm trying to make is sometimes in life you're going to be faced with decisions to make. You're going to have to, choose between whether you want to do one thing or not. And there are going to be a lot of people who, a lot of times, not all the time, but in some instances, who are going to try to talk you out of doing that thing that you're thinking about doing. And I want to tell you this: always make your own decisions. Stand on them. Win, lose, or draw. Sometimes it may end up being a decision that you regret, but the only way you're going to actually know is when you go through. The only way it goes through trial and error. In this particular case, with me going to the military, it ended up being a great decision, even though I had to leave my friends behind. And I left my mom, of course, and my family. It was a decision that ended up being advantageous to me, very advantageous. So if you're faced with a decision today, or if you're not, I guarantee you soon you will be. Don't let other people get in your head. I mean, it's great to actually solicit the counsel of somebody who really has your best interest at heart. But watch out for the biased people. And sometimes people just don't want to see you go. But if it's about moving forward and progress, then make the decision and stand on the decision. And whether the decision ends up being one that you're proud of and you're happy with that particular experience, once you make that decision, just know that you can build on it. You can continue learning from even bad decisions. So keep that in mind, and don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something that you're thinking about doing. The world is filled with procrastinators, and the world is filled with negative people. Stay in the company of people who always are either going your way or who are going to be there to inspire you and encourage you to do the things that you want to do in this life. You only live once. Don't take no wooden nickels and don't eat no cheese. Live your dreams. Do the things you want to do. And I promise you, in the end, whether it's a good or bad decision, as it turns out, you'll be a better person for it. As always, there are some links at the bottom of this. If you're on my YouTube channel, or either if you're in my blog, there are links all over the place. And of course, I'm always talking about home-based business, making money from home. And these links are, you can click on any of these links and you'll find some real great information. If you're a person that just happened to be in the market for making money from home, I always have to plug that before I go. So I just wanted to say that. I want to tell you to continue to be strong. And as always, I wish you wisdom, peace, and prosperity. See you on the next video.